We're on your side tonight looking at a troubling trend. Every year, millions of parents suffer in silence from losing a baby before birth. Nearly 15% of pregnant women suffer a miscarriage, and an additional 2 million suffer a loss from stillbirth. That's according to the March of Dimes. And most families live with guilt, self-blame, and grief that can feel unbearable. But one Charlotte family has found a way to turn pain into purpose, helping others heal out of the ashes.
I think sometimes grief can pull you into that anxiety or depression. And so I was definitely more on the anxiety side, wanting to do something, looking for something to do with all the emotions that comes with this type of loss. So the biggest thing I recognized was so many people around me wanted to do something for our family, wanted to care, but just didn't know how, didn't know what to say, didn't know how to be present, didn't know what to do or what would be helpful for our family. And so that's kind of the birth of the mission and the need for the organization. Is there are so many friends and family that want to do something.
Well, that is Theo Fasanoli. He and his wife suffered the loss of their baby girl at 29 weeks gestation. From their unexpected loss, they created Out of the Ashes. It's a faith-based nonprofit that helps families who have lost a child to miscarriage, stillbirth, or those who are struggling with infertility. Their goal is to let families know they don't have to suffer in silence.
Well, I think some of our programs are simply, one of our programs is connection events, which brings, maybe the dads all together or the moms all together or the couples together, which allows, if it is something that you've been silent about, that you haven't spoken about, I think just being around other people who have walked the walk, who have walked through something similar, allows you to start telling your story.
Beyond emotional support, Out of the Ashes helps lift a huge financial burden many families never expect.
So a lot of people don't recognize that when you walk through loss, miscarriage, a stillbirth, there's still bills that come, and they can come for, sadly, years after the birth or the pregnancy, and those can be often very expensive. I always say, our daughter Hannah's birth was more expensive than our 2 living children, and my wife and I unfortunately walked through a couple miscarriages too, and those were actually our highest bills, medical bills, and people don't realize that. So our organization, we actually cover those bills that are associated with a pregnancy that ends in loss. Families can apply for a grant, and we pay the hospital actually directly pay off their medical bills. And so far to date, we've been able to pay off a total of 42 families of over $125,000 in medical bills.
And that mission continues every year through their biggest fundraiser, the Out of the Ashes 5K and Remembrance Walk.
During that walk, it's interactive. There's memorial signs for the different families that are represented throughout Out of the Ashes. And there are tables along the way that represent infertility, first, second, third trimester loss, and infant loss. And you can stop, say a prayer if you'd like, write a name on one of the ornaments. There's sand there that you can also do as well and interact with. And then at the end of the night, we have a program where we recognize all of those names. So if somebody comes and register, we actually do what I call a reading of the names. It's dark at this point, and we have candles that we light every time somebody hears the name of a child or family that they're walking for. And it's a really special, impactful, kind of powerful evening where we get to, again, be the parents of the children that we miss.
Now, in the 6 years since the walk began, it has grown from 250 participants now to more than 1,500 registered participants at this year's event. If you would like to be a part of Out of the Ashes Remembrance Walk or know someone who would, it's this Saturday, October 18th. It's from 4 until 8 p.m. at East City Church. That's next to East Meck High School on Monroe Road. We will have a link to the website to register or donate on our website, WBTV.com.